Hello and welcome to the Green Power Quiz, the first one ever, and this is going to be really exciting, something brand new. And you may have noticed there is someone currently standing in the corner who has been wearing that suit for, well, since the finals. How are you, Ben?
I am feeling very hot right now.
You've worn it since the finals. I feel like you can take it off if you want.
Thank you.
You feel
near torture.
Okay, well, whilst Ben sorts himself out and gets into his professional quiz attire, please follow the instructions on the screen if you haven't yet already done so. All you need to do is go on to the website kahoots.it. That will then take you to a little page where you put in the game pin, and the game pin is 688086. So join in, put a lovely little name that maybe represents your team, and once Ben's ready, we'll get the quiz underway.
We're back. Right. I'll leave it hanging there. So, I don't know what Gav just said, but we do have a few. This is obviously the first time trying this, so it's going to be technically interesting.
Yes, so we should probably run through how this is going to work for the people at home. Basically, there is a slight, we say slight, it's roughly 20-second delay between what we see and what you are going to see on the other end of Facebook. So your phone will come up with 4 squares of different colours 20 seconds before you see the question. So make sure you do not touch your phone until you have read the question, otherwise you might get it wrong because you'll put in the wrong answer. Ben, I think that's correct. So you double check that for me?
Yeah, 20-second delay, so we are going to be commentating on what is going on in front of us. Kahoot updates in real time. So when we click the button at our end, your phone will go, okay, that's enough. So what we're going to do is allow for that extra 20 seconds before we press the button on top of what we would have usually left. I think hopefully that will work. It may not be perfect, may not be like the Kahoots you play at school, or I don't know if you play them at work. Be interesting, but yeah, that's.
Also, if you're still working now, you poor person. Oh, you're such a shit. 6 o'clock. That's tea time.
And get back to work. That's the other thing.
The other thing, the last thing before we hit that start button, and I promise you, this is the last thing. We kind of didn't know how difficult to make the quiz when we set this up. So me and Ben, between us, we have quite a few years of Green Power knowledge, and Ben also has a wonderful team of eggheads working alongside him. This probably will be a difficult quiz. So don't worry if you don't get the questions. You have a 25% chance to always guess, and good luck.
Right, I think that's the key to get things started.
So, do you want to hit the start button and get things underway?
So, I'll count to 20. Here we go. Right. Of course, do not worry about the delay. We will wait for you.
So, what day is the 2020 final scheduled to be held? That is this year, and this is a relatively nice question to start off with.
Yeah, of course, coronavirus allowing, this is the date it should be held. Yeah, right, that's the initial 25 seconds gone, so we'll wait I'll wait until we get a good 30 answers going in there.
And if you do want anyone else to join midstream, I am currently monitoring the Green Power community page. So if someone does join, I will try and make sure that they are welcomed into the group in time to join the quiz.
Alright, there's 30 answers. Should be 4 more, but we'll let it go all the way out to 60 seconds.
Only 4 more. 3 more! Who hasn't answered yet? I do wonder. Oh, so close!
So close, 1 second.
Ben, do you know the answer?
Oh, well, I do now.
And 14 of you got that right, so that is a great start.
Wow.
Okay,
fair enough.
I think that sets a precedent. That's probably mid difficulty for the questions that we are going to get today.
Of course, Joel coming in. He didn't make that question, but that's a quick response from Joel. Well done. And P. Oh, nice, great. Let's move on to the next question. Hey.
So number 2 of 25. What year did Paul Van Vegel, the current CEO of Green Power, join the team?
So I've tried my best with the getting the images at top-notch resolution, but it's my first time making a Kahoot of this caliber. So
you only had the website to go from, so it's kind of our fault in the source material as well.
The people that answer really quickly must be guessing, getting a quick answer.
It's a good strategy. So Kahoot, there is bonus points depending on how quick you answer the quiz, but everyone should be at the same disadvantage with the Facebook stream. So it could work if you get it right off of a 1 second guess. You might get a load of points, but that is really cheeky.
God, that's my laser. Sorry. Right, 34. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna skip that. Amazing, yes. 2018.
And sorry, we should have mentioned at the start as well, because some people have messaged me. Make sure you're watching the Facebook stream live. You can watch it past time. Make sure that you're currently watching it live. So there should be a little setting that says to watch it live.
Amazing. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't in full screen for the Kahoot. I know you can see it, but I've just changed that now. So yeah, 2018. I guess some people would probably think that may have been 2017 because of that was the year that Jeremy left his final year. But yeah, misconception, I guess. Oh, Joel. 8. Oh, Cork. The whole team of Cork is currently second. That is a lot of joint knowledge.
Do you think that is the whole team? Are they putting their minds
I want
together
to believe
and
it is.
cheating
I want to believe it is, and I hope it is.
So we're going back to 2012. How many events were held at the historic home of Green Power, Goodwood, during the 2012 season?
Ooh. There's some key facts you shouldn't
that was
here.
That was actually my first year, I think, in Green Power 2012.
Yeah, I know Goodwood was my first event I attended. It's part of Bristol Grammar School Green Power. Yeah, it's a great track. I haven't been back there since actually, so it feels a bit of a shame. I hope to return there very soon. I really do, because it's a nice track. 33 answers, 34. There we go, everyone answered, so it stopped it for me. Great. What we'll do next.
So just double checking for anyone who has joined the stream recently, make sure you're watching the stream live so that you are up to date with the most recent footage, otherwise you might fall behind on the questions.
Yes, there is also obviously that 20-second delay, but that's something we tried to eliminate, we just couldn't because Facebook.
It's built into Facebook, it's so frustrating.
It's Facebook's fault.
Question number 4. And if you attended the finals, you might have a cheeky bit of extra knowledge on this. But how many kit car chassis have Green Power made? I like the music in Kahoot. This is giving it a nice vibe.
Yeah, Kahoot, you've got some nice Kahoot beats going to Apple Music or Spotify. You can find some nice Kahoot remixes. I do recommend them. Yeah. Did someone? I remember a member of Green Power staff going out to track in the Golden Kit Car chassis. What was that about?
Well, we had to celebrate. It was the 20th year of Green Power, and we had to celebrate. So just you got to really take the advantage there. It was a 1000 chassis. It still lives in the Green Power Centre, actually. So we have a car that we can use if we ever need to get people into the competition. It's really fun, actually.
I say it in practical, but funny use of it maybe to use as the trailer, the Green Power. And
I think, sorry, not to leave her out. I think Nash also had a go as well. She's messaging me now saying, "Me, I think Nash had to go out in the car as well."
Yeah,
we tried to get as many staff out to enjoy the competition to get out into the event. So, question 5. What year was the first Green Power event? Red is 2000, blue is
1999. Oh, lost Gav. Ooh, may have lost Gav. We shall soldier on. Yeah, so what year was the first Green Power? Oh, he's back. He's coming. He's fading back and through. He's back. There we go.
Am I back then?
You're back. Yeah, you faded out for me for a second. Maybe my end. Not sure.
Well, just in case. What year was the first Green Power event? Red is 2000, yellow is 1999, blue is 1998, and green is 2001.
Amazing. There you go.
We are both on our home internets as
Yeah.
well, so, and as everyone knows, the internet has been under a lot of pressure with everyone being home. So we're doing our best. Please bear with. Hopefully it's not too frustrating and that you actually have some interesting questions here. I mean, this one, if you don't know this one, this is a rite of passage. 24 people. Unlucky for those who don't know, but now you do know. 20 years Green Power has been around.
I have a sneaky
Really
feeling
impressive.
some of those maybe may have been guessing initially because that was pretty hard pressed. The 1999. Right,
And we have a new leader
Jay
taking
Owens
the
or
lead.
Joins? I'm sorry.
I think Joins, but
Joins?
I'm always terrible with pronunciation.
I feel like we're botching that maybe.
Let's go to the next question.
Next question.
Number 6. Which F24 car holds the fastest average speed at the final? Is it red, the Slippery Trug, blue, Rotary Racer, yellow, Zebedee, or green, Turbo Tortoise? And I think it's worth bearing in mind, some of those cars are not racing on the current grid. In fact, only one of those teams are still running with the same car name in terms of Rotary Racer. Zebedee is an old Sandbach car, and I fail to remember the teams of the other two cars, actually, Ben. I don't know if you remember them.
Oh, Slippery Trug. Oh, I can't remember. This is testing my own quiz here. I'm not sure I'm the person to do this. The Slippery Trug.
I'm trying to work out what your background knowledge
It's
is.
either Saint Bees or it's I don't know. Where the Trugs tended. I know the wheel did Trugs. But yeah.
Right, 32 answers so far. We're waiting for
answers.
2 more.
Alright, we'll finish there. Right, Slippery Trug. Yeah, that was a difficult question. That was very
The Slippery Trug. Can you remember what the speed was? I was meant to find it out.
I believe it was more than they started off pretty high at like 30, and then they got slower to like 20s, 15 pretty consistently for about 4 years, and then so yeah, and then they got gradually larger. This is all information on the Wayback Machine. The Wayback Machine was a bit of a godsend for this. So here you go.
Number 7. Which is the most successful F24 team? Red, the Wild, blue, Rotary Racer, yellow, Sandbach with Complete and Utter Chaos, or green, Richard Lander? And all of those teams are really competitive. If you ever see them at an event, they're also really, really nice. So make sure you go up and talk to them, because they have a lot of secrets that they're holding that you need to get out of them. I think it's probably a bit harsh that your team isn't in this question, Ben.
Yeah, it's debatable what you can call the most successful F24 team, I suppose. Whether you include kit cars and a multitude of different cars. I know, but I think
race wins. We've gone by championships.
Yeah,
which you'll
find out in a second.
Which I think, going by F1 and all major motorsports, everyone cares about the championships. That's what the hierarchy is.
Of course, everyone should care about the Constructors Championship, because they're the people who make cars. And that's 90% of a team. It's all to do with the teamwork within. So, but yes, it's the driver championships that people tend.
And
to
we have a new leader. Let's move on to the next question. Number 8. Who holds the distance record for Rockingham Motor Speedway? Is it red, RLR3, blue, Dylan Lafert, green, Firebird, or yellow, Jet 2? And Rockingham was one of those venues that was so upsetting when we got the news that they're closing down. But from Rockingham, we then went to Silverstone, which was an amazing finals. I mean, Ben, you were there, I was there. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I've personally never been to Silverstone before. My first experience was getting changed into the green Chunga suit inside the Formula 2 administration's office, which was quite interesting.
Different type of overalls are normally put on in that room.
Yeah, exactly.
It was such a brilliant event though, because even the Silverstone staff those people who are used to racing on that circuit every day, where they're just working away, ignoring the racing, they were actually watching what was going on track. They were so amazed by what everyone had achieved. It was so brilliant, the feedback we got from the staff at Silverstone. But the winner, or the record, goes to Jet 2, which really was an impressive car. It was amazing to watch it race.
I could definitely see why people think RLR3, given it's such a prolific and dominating car. Firebird, of course, yeah, everyone knows Firebird is one speed demon. But Jet 2, of course, 2016 Jet 2 is, wow, that was another beast.
A very hard card to beat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Question number 9. Which of the following cars has not won a single race, despite being in the competition for quite a while, probably? Red, Zephyr, or Zypher? I always get that one wrong. Sorry,
Zephyr,
they're gonna tell me off. Blue, Terrazord, yellow, Apex, or green, Status Quo.
I hope people appreciate the GIF I got here, because this is obviously quite. When I found this out, it was quite a surprising fact. In my opinion.
I don't know if you're giving too much away there, Ben. Be careful.
Well, we'll see. We'll see by the results. Just a quick shout out to Star Trek. Love that show. 15 seconds. Who's going to get in?
Only 24 answers so far.
Answers. People are really thinking about this one.
Well, it is one of those questions where if you kind of stop to think it through, you probably would get there.
Yeah.
But of course, Ben, do you want to be the one?
Yeah, Terrazord. It's one of the cars I've worked on for many few years. We've always come second, third, second, third. You know, that kind of area. It's been frustrating times when we get up. But we've had a great time with the car, and we've got plans for it. So we ain't done yet. Here we go.
So there we go. We haven't picked on anyone. We picked specifically on Ben there. That question was aimed at Ben.
Bit of an owl.
Number 10. Which of the following has never been a Green Power formula? 20 years of Green Power. Which one of these was not a part of it? Formula Catapult is red. Yellow is Formula Fracmo. Blue is Formula 35. And green is Formula Yuasa.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at all of these, if you haven't done any research into this, you kind of think there is no way any of these were a formula.
You just think of the standard F24.
But the Wayback Machine
Plus
is a mythical power.
And I think the thing is, I know people who have competed in these categories who was around when they were conceived and when they disbanded, and they know the history as well. So people do know the history out there.
Yeah, we'll see if anyone's here with the history whiz.
Correct answer was Formula Yuasa. 13 of you got it right. Quite a few of you went for Formula Catapult. A quick run through. Formula Catapult was a drag race series. It consisted, I can't remember what the distance they had to go was, but they had to go as fast as possible. Formula 35 was the precursor to F24 Plus. Ben, I think that's correct.
I believe that is, or is.
And I don't know what Formula Fracmo is actually.
I was not the one who researched this question, but from what I understand, it's it's either another form of Fracmo motor, or you were allowed 2 Fracmo motors. I can't remember quite. I may need to fact check that, but
well,
I'm sure
let's move on. Let's see what else we can find out.
Shed, yes, that is a dub. Not wheeled school. Sneaky session may be wheeled. Right.
Number 11 of 25. Since when has the Green Power headquarters been in operation? Red 2008, blue 2006, yellow 2009, or green 2010? And it is a beautiful place of work. It's lovely greenery and very close to Goodwood, which is kind of the reason why Goodwood is the home and why we're placed there. It's all quite close to that area.
I've got another.
And I remember one year before the finals, we actually hosted a barbecue for people to come and get their cars pre-scrutineered before the finals event. I'm not sure what we're going to do this year, but it was such a good night.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's really interested to see what's going on surrounding events right now, but we just got to sit tight and see what happens going around us.
So 28 people have answered, 6 seconds left. Just take a guess if you're not sure.
11 people, 2006. I don't know. It looks like a remarkable. I mean, obviously in that image, it looks like a remarkably new building, modern design. So, but yeah, 2009.
2000.
There you go. Oh,
so yeah,
Nash.
1/3 of people got that correct.
That's just climbing the ranks. Here we go.
Ash, you would know that one.
Yeah.
Cool. 12 of 25. Which of the following was not the name of an old kit car chassis? Red Seagull, blue Falcon, yellow Goblin, or green Eagle? And you may have noticed there is a slight bird theme going on there.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I before researching this, I didn't know, you know, what previous kit cars were called or anything. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm sure people would be interested to see what goes on there. It's really test older people's knowledge. Who's been in Green Power for a while.
Yeah, honestly, this is a question where you either know it or you don't. One of those you could probably eliminate, but it's quite a challenging one.
Oh, I don't know if you're giving too much away there, Gav.
I hope not. I hope not.
Right, I think we'll end the notes. We're gonna fly. Yeah, Falcon. Seagull used to be, I believe, one of what the Trugs were called. Hence, there was a Trug on as the image. Quite a funny video, funny photo of the Trug. But yeah, there's still a few Trugs in operation today. Purple Predator used to be one, I believe. Right. What was the name of the car that won the first Green Power race? This is the first Green Power race, and we've tried to fact check this.
And we have fact checked it using some sources. We're not going to say in case you go and cheat, no cheating. We didn't say any rules, but that should be pretty obvious for a quiz. Red is Danger, blue is Stealth, green is Danger again but without the hyphen, Lewis, and yellow is St. Bede's. It's nice to see some of the comments in the stream as well. People shouting out to each other.
See, I've left the timer on really long so people don't get disadvantaged by the stream delay. So people decide to take advantage. Well, I can't help that. So there you go. Yeah.
A lot of people saying they need to brush up on their Green Power knowledge, but yes, it was Danger with a hyphen.
Danger, yeah. Tom. Oh,
a lot of names moving around.
Right. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of change between the table. Here we go. Right.
On which social media platform does Green Power have the most followers? Red, Instagram, blue, YouTube, yellow, Twitter, or green, Facebook?
Now, interesting fact, I had to change this about 20 minutes before because I found out that I was wrong. So yeah, and it surprised me actually.
Well, actually, no, that's interesting because I was on the same boat as you, and that's quite embarrassing for me. But I don't manage the marketing, so and there's a good reason for that as well. Let's just go back there. Harry does a great job.
Yeah. Most people have to remind me when someone's commented something interesting or posted something on the social media. I'm not actually as active as some people probably think. Right. 30 answers, that's quick.
That was very, very quick. Only 3 more people that we know of.
Clearly people are more active than me on social media. There you go. Yes, Twitter.
It's very, very close.
Twitter
An even split between Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, but it's Twitter.
Yeah, 4,300, I believe, or 4,800. I really can't remember, but that was about 500 more than
the exact
Facebook.
number varies, but
yeah, it varies.
very,
in my
very
mind,
close.
it does anyway. Right, here we go.
Number 15. Only 10 questions left. Which area of Britain was Green Power originally based in? Red, West Sussex, blue, Sussex, green, East Midlands, or yellow, South West? And when we say Green Power, we mean the original base of operations.
Yes.
So not where the current office is now.
This could be interesting. Maybe some misconceptions may come to play in this question, but yeah.
I think the problem with me, despite travelling the UK with all of the events, I don't know my geography of the country at all. So this kind of comes down to your knowledge of counties, how well you get this right, I think.
Yeah, if I want to be really nasty, I could have put some sub-boroughs of the area it's in. That would have been...
Oh, you almost gave it away there, didn't you?
Yeah, I nearly did. I nearly said it. Difficulties of doing a live audience. Can't take back what you said.
No, exactly. So 1 second left.
Oh, I feel so sorry for those 11 people that put West Sussex, because yes, it is currently based in West Sussex, the Green Power HQ, but from our research into depth, Sussex is the original base of operations.
So number 16. Not many left now. How many international finals have there been? Red, 9, blue, 7, yellow, 4, or green, 6. And we've even given you a little list of all of the events there so that you can count them up if you feel the need to.
Yeah, don't try click on them to see if you can find the results, because that's just a picture, I promise.
that honestly, the BBK timing website is a historical archive of Green Power results. It's
great. It's
really impressive how much data we've just got backed up onto that website.
Pretty sure I spent more hours on that thing than I have sleeping in my life, so... Yeah, some people I know really know their ins and outs of BBK, writing algorithms to extract data and find out when people are pitting and best optimal times for pitting. So BBK is a really great resource to have, actually, as a team.
It is brilliant. We're really, really lucky to have live timing at events, and Rob, who runs it, is just brilliant. He's really fun to work with. But the correct answer was 6. The first ever international final was held at Goodwood 2014, and they have been, or teams have been coming from across the world to take part ever since. So
yeah, that was actually, I believe, the first event I went to. That final, like 2014 Goodwood. It was the last one I went to at Goodwood.
Number 17 of 25. Which team shown has built the most cars? Red, Chipping Sodbury. Blue, Sandbach with Complete and Utter Chaos. Green, The Wild. Or yellow, Bristol Grammar School.
If you think about this one and you know it, you really know it, because it's a lot of cars. It is a lot of cars.
It is a lot of cars. And I think I'm just going to quickly try and find the message so that I can flag up just how many cars
it was.
This
is absolute stat, this.
18 seconds left.
I think 31 is pretty much... Yeah.
It was Chipping Sodbury School. Well done to everyone who got it right. And if I can find it, the list of 20 of the cars that we have, and this is chassis. We've got this by talking to the school and just going through our own archives. Deep breath. Rotary Speed Demons, Elderly Flyer, R-Pod, Rotary Racer, Elderly Flyer Mark II, Rotary Racer Mark II, Elderly Flyer Mark III, S-Factor, R-Pods, Team Fusion, C-Pod, Y-Pod, Rotary Racer Mark III, Wacky Racer, Team Fusion Mark II, R-Pods SSC, Rotary Racer Mark IV, Bipod, Chain Reaction, T-Pod, Elderly Express, Rotary Racer Mark V, RAF Pod, Pod 6, RRX, Rotary Racer, and Sodbury Chargers. It's a lot of cars.
It's just an absurd
more than one a year.
That's a lot of time invested into it.
Oh. And I could breathe again.
Mr. Bongo Cat's coming out into the lead.
Number 18 of 25. What is the highest penalty you can get for running whilst pushing a car in the pit lane? And everyone knows this rule. Anyone who's been to an event knows this rule.
I had to include it. It's just... I've used it as such satirical format for memes, so yeah, and such an essential rule, actually. I mean,
so I didn't read out the answers. Red, 5 minutes. Blue, driver disqualification. Yellow, 2 minutes. Or green, team disqualification.
Pretty harsh penalties in there. Woo.
There are some, but they are the maximum. That is what the clerk of the course at any given event may be able to give. So, simple but really plea from anyone who is a clerk of the course, just follow the rules. Please, please, please follow the rules. And everyone, stay safe. It is a 5-minute penalty. A lot of people thinking team disqualification there, but no. Just running in the pit lane is a 5-minute penalty. Repeat to ignore the instructions, that comes under a different penalty, and that does have a higher severity.
Yeah,
so there you go.
I originally thought it was team disqualification until I was corrected by the clerk of the course himself.
One-time occurrence of running in the pit lane, that is the maximum you can get. Repeat offender, along with other things, can earn you a much higher penalty. Number 19. Which was the first Green Power internationally licensed territory? I almost stumbled there.
Yeah.
Red, USA. Blue, China. Yellow, Poland. Or green, Spain?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the exact number, but it's really quite global now, isn't it? I remember checking it out.
It's really impressive. Out of those four places, Ben, where would you most like to race?
I would say USA, but USA, that I know they do courses around schools, and I don't know. Spain. I like Spain. Heat. Yeah.
You're thinking of Spain. So I have actually had the joy of going to one of the USA events, and it was utterly really brilliant.
Really?
Must admit, it's never going to be a UK event in my mind, but that's just because I know everyone there. It was a bit scary going into an event not knowing anyone. But they were so nice, so polite. But of course, the first was actually Poland. They were the first set-up licensee, I believe, in 2015.
There you go. I think people may have made that connection from the fact there is a common
So the mistake might have been that a team from USA came over in 2014, but that was just a team. They weren't a fully licensed body. It was just a team coming over to compete. So that might have been the mistake.
Yes.
Only 5 questions left. Number 20. Which track is this? Red, Bedford. Blue, Lotus. Yellow, Rockingham. Or green, Goodwood. And we have, I think the rest of the quiz is this style of question now, isn't it, Ben?
Yes, there is. With one very special question at the end, I believe.
So this is going to test your knowledge of track layouts. Let's see how well you get it.
Yes, I have to credit one person in particular for doing the bitmaps for these on 2D Design. As Anton, he's helped me a lot with this quiz. Anton, I know you're probably watching. I know you are watching. There's no way you wouldn't be.
Has to see his hard work on the big screen.
Yeah. Right, one more, I believe. One more. Okay. Bedford. Yes. There's nothing more.
It was Bedford. Very new. Brand new for 2019 after a slight hiatus. We went back and it was a brilliant, brilliant event. And a really good track for mileage, actually. It's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, I often examine the events from far away on the BBK, and I was quite surprised. I mean, the BBK is the go-to place for watching a Green Power event, even though not watching it.
Especially if you're spying on your rivals in
Exactly.
So we have another. Which track is this? Red, Castlecombe. Blue, Kirkiston. Yellow, Lotus. Or green, Ford Dunton.
It's quite a funny shape you've got on this track. I've never been here.
It's a very interesting track. You of course got the left-hand side of the track, which is quite technical, quite a few turns, one after the other, and then that slingshots you into a really, really long straight. I don't want to call it the longest of Green Power, but it really is a long straight into a hairpin, where you then come back around and another long straight to complete the lap. It is very technical on one half, and then all about your straight line speed on the other half. So very interesting.
Yes, I suppose.
I almost gave away the answer there because I was talking
Yeah.
too much. Luckily, I stopped myself.
No, I can imagine if you got a faster car, that would be quite a challenging hairpin to do at the end of the long straight. So that'd be
So
an interesting
15
track.
people got it right. It was Lotus. That's the Lotus test track that they use on their facility, formerly known as Heffel.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Indeed.
Clerk of the quiz knows more than me.
The clerk of the quiz. Should have introduced myself as that.
Yeah, no.
Number 22. Which track is this? Red, Castlecombe. Blue, Rockingham. Goodwood is yellow, or green, Kirkiston.
Oh, I can see myself making a mistake here on this one. Even though,
Being a bit too eager to answer.
Yeah. One answer very quick. Woo! Not even shown on screen yet.
So me and Ben did do a slight run through of this quiz, kind of racing each other to see who can get the highest score. And I throw my hands up, Ben did beat me.
Well,
Um,
I'm trying to make it.
so we're up to 31 answers. I think that might be everyone, but let's give it a little bit longer.
Of course, everyone at the end of the quiz wants to put where they came in the comments. I'll be interested to see if I carry any names or anything. Right, yep, so there we go. Ah, yeah, of course. Oh no,
Rockingham.
I could have made some kind of relation to Castlecombe because it's a massive, massive ring, but apparently no one's as anyway. Right.
It's a very distinctive, very hard to. Once you've been there, it's a very hard layout to forget. It is the only. It was. Sorry, I should say the only oval track in Greenpower in the UK that was set up for high-speed racing. Which track is this? Red Lotus, blue Kirkiston, green Goodwood, or yellow East Fortune? And another really technical, fun track. I really do like this track.
Yeah, I've personally never been to this one either. I haven't been to a lot of tracks actually. Someone making a quiz about Greenpower, I suppose that's not a particular characteristic you might want, but you know, tracks I've personally been to quite a bit. There's two recurring ones. I'll say after, otherwise I might give this away. But I've got a special place in my heart for Rockingham, even though it's just a big oval. Yeah, spent a lot of time.
I do as well. It was a beautiful track where you could stand up on top of the garages and pretty much see the whole of the race. So you knew what was going on. And I guess as a team member, not knowing where your car is the most panicking thing. 14 of you got that right. I'm really impressed. 14 people got that right. Kirkiston, placed in Northern Ireland. So not many people go there, but it is a brilliant track. And if you ever do want to branch out over there, really recommend it. It's such a fun event. It's so good.
Yeah, I think I might have done a bit of a no-no on the putting Lotus back in there. I think that's pretty obvious. That was not Lotus because we just had it.
I think people needed a little bit of help with these questions though, because they are challenging, and a vast majority of our community have not been to the Northern Ireland event, or the All Ireland, I should say, event. All right, the penultimate question, the second last. Which track is this? Red Anglesey, blue Goodwood, yellow East Fortune, or green Ford Dunton?
Yeah, I had to throw the winky face in there. For those early answers.
I know I've said it quite a lot of all the other tracks, but the bitmap for this track doesn't quite do it.
Oh. Hello, Gav, you still there? Oh, I lost Gav. Come back in.
Enough, just let me know if I'm back then.
Yeah, you're back. You're back now. You can't just before you were going to say what you're going to say.
Well, the track is what I was going to say is so much more technical than what the bitmap actually shows. There is a really tight hairpin going into, there's a really tight chicane going into that hairpin. And for those who don't know, a chicane is a series of S curves, and a hairpin is a straight U-turn. It is Ford Dunton. Well done to everyone who got it right. Now, Ben, I feel like you should be the one to introduce your favourite question.
Now, This next question is one I had to throw in there for as a request of Anton and myself. It's a song, so if you haven't got your audio on, I don't know why you wouldn't have your audio on, and I'm telling you this.
You might be struggling.
You might be struggling anyway. But yes, this is a song, so good luck. I think I might have to play the video. I'm not sure. We'll see if it plays. But listen very carefully.
Question 25.
Anton's
Which finals video is this song from? So this is a clip of music. Which finals video does this piece of music feature? Red, Green Power International Final 2016. Blue, Gathering of Goblins 2019. Yellow, Green Power International Final 2017. Or green, Green Power 2008 Final DVD promo. And just enjoy it. It's such a good piece of music.
Oh, that's starting to come in now. I'm sorry if you cannot hear this for any technical reason. I'll wind it back so people can hear it again. If you can't hear it for any reason. But yeah, I thought I'd throw in there as a little bit of a curveball.
And this is all just a bit of fun. This doesn't really prove anything at the end of the day. This is all just a nice little bit of fun.
Yeah. There is no prize, unfortunately, guys. So sorry to disappoint. Goal this way, no prize. Sorry.
Maybe right. If we do another, but I doubt it. This is purely just to get us through. And the correct answer, Green Power International Final 2016, is in the second half of the video, and when it drops, it's just, yes, Green Power!
Yes, so yes, the editing's very good on that video, and I expect why people may have thought Final 2017 because of the background. Do not ask why it's Farming Simulator 17. That's the only place that had that music at the time. But yeah, so 2017 actually came out way before that, and I believe 2015 or something like that. But my music knowledge is
okay.
Not
so
extensive.
I think we're at the end of the quiz, Ben. Shall we see what the results are?
Third.
The purple PP. Second,
not the Wheel School.
Not
the
Wheeled School. But the winner,
Shed. Shed is the winner. Well done, Shed. And
fourth place Peter T, fifth place Joe Inns. Wow. I hope you all had a lot of fun.
Shed. I love that. Right. Amazing.
So there we are. I guess that is the end. Obviously, we ran 15 minutes over the 6:30. Sorry if that's messed any of you guys up. We didn't know how long this was going to take. If you enjoyed the quiz, let us know. We really want to know if you enjoy this kind of content. I have to say, utmost, a massive thank you to Ben and his team, Anton, and I'm sorry I don't know the others, Ben.
Anton's, I know Joel, Jan, and Eloise were pretty essential in it, so they were.
So a massive thank you to all of them for help setting this up. They made it all possible, I'm not going to lie. So brilliant. Well done, Shed. You are the winner of the first Green Power quiz. If you want more of this, we might do another one, but you need to request it. So let's see. What do you think, Ben? You up for another?
Woo! Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining in on the stream. It's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to see you all again, and stay safe. Any last words, Ben?
No. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being so willing to do.